This powerhouse singer went from the Gong show, where you could have gone nowhere, to selling 1 million albums. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music. Speaking of working with your dad, Cheryl Lynn, I didn't ask you last time about that. That wasn't, see, I wasn't into R&B music at all or dance music at all at the time. And I heard that song, To Be Real, and I rushed out and I went out and bought that album like right away.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Tell me
I'm
about that
glad to hear
experience.
that was great. That was my dad had heard her on the Gong show, and he called someone at CBS Sony, it was Columbia Records at the time, called, he knew Bruce Lundvall and the president. And my dad said, I'd really like to work with her. So she had just started a solo album, but it wasn't going in the right direction, apparently. And so they turned it over to me and my dad. And that was the first thing. I had this riff that I would play for, hours and hours and hours, which was the opening riff to the song there, after the intro is actually. And that was a real easy record to make. We had Ray Parker, myself, James Gadsden, and David Shields on bass. That was a couple songs. And then we brought Bernard Purdy and Chuck Rainey in, and David T. Walker in for a few songs. And what a life-changing experience it was. We getting to play with all those guys. And it was a fun album.
That album still sounds great. Fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
My 3 favorite albums of all time are Mad Men Across the Water by Elton John, first album I ever bought.
Absolutely.
Mike Rutherford's debut album, A Small Creep State, which a lot of people don't know about.
I don't know about that.
And this one, with you, I called it a 1-2 punch with you and Joseph going back and forth. There is this thing, and I was licking the floor with pain with a bad breakup at the time. God knows I needed something. And
You're
this
right.
album came out, and I don't remember the time I could say an album literally changed the direction of my life. And that's the first review I ever wrote professionally as a writer. I never understood why that album never made it as big as it did. It should have in North America.
Yeah. What happened, one of the things that did happen that prevented it from reaching its peak was we had Pamela. Pamela was on the charts, and it was zooming up the charts. We only needed one more radio station, WMMS, I think it is, in New York City, some big, huge station. And right when it got to be like number 20 with a bullet, CBS fired the president of CBS, and they closed the doors and locked up. Black Rock was locked down for 2 weeks. Now, they had a Springsteen record that was number 15. That dropped too. That dropped off the charts. Our thing dropped off the charts. And immediately we had all this momentum going on that record there until they brought a new, that's when Tommy Mottola came in and replaced Al Teller, So it's funny when you have a record company, a lot of the better record companies are guys that have had the same president for all those years that believe in their acts. People like Ahmet Ertegun, people like Mo Austin, you know what I mean? People like that, record people, that stick with their companies. Where CBS, Sony, God bless their hearts, when we're changing presidents like I change underwear, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Forgotten Toys is the brand new EP from David Paich. It's a long time coming. He spent his whole life working with a whole bunch of musicians. We'll have links to the Toto website where you can pick it up in the description. Make sure you like our video. Keep in mind the entire first interview is online right now. We'll have a link to it. And keep looking back for links to the brand new interview in its entirety. We'll be having that up in the next couple of weeks, and there'll be a link in the description. Subscribe to our channel, share our videos, and comment. I'm John Beaudin. This is Rock History Music. Take care of yourself.